Can the U.S. Federal Reserve stay independent under political pressure? That question is now front and center in Washington. Amid growing concerns over White House influence, U.S. President Donald Trump's Fed chief nominee Kevin Warsh moved to reassure lawmakers as he appeared before Congress for a confirmation hearing on Tuesday. Now, Warsh stressed that monetary policy would remain strictly independent and firmly rejected suggestions that he would be influenced by the U.S. president. He also said that he would absolutely not be Donald Trump's puppet, addressing criticism that has followed Trump's repeated calls for interest rate cuts and his frustration with the current Fed chair, Jerome Powell. The hearing also saw tough questions on Warsh's financial interests and the broader issue of central bank autonomy. Take a look.
Donald Trump's nominee to lead the Federal Reserve came under fire from Democratic senators during his confirmation hearing on Tuesday. Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts accused Kevin Warsh of being beholden to Trump, who wanted an obedient Fed chair rather than an independent one.
So Donald Trump has made clear that he does not want an independent Fed. In fact, he has said, and I quote, "Anybody that disagrees with me will never be Fed chairman." And he's made clear that you are his sock puppets, saying last week that interest rates will drop, quote, "when Kevin gets in."
Warren also pressed him on his massive personal investments, which are incompatible with Fed rules that govern what officials can hold.
Senator, I've worked tirelessly with the ethics officials at the Office of Government Ethics.
And you have not
do an ethics
revealed
agreement
$100
with
million
them and have agreed, Senator, to sell all of my financial assets.
Warsh said that he had gone above and beyond what was required. Republican Senator John Kennedy gave Warsh a chance to respond to the allegations.
Are you going to be the president's human sock puppet?
Senator, absolutely not.
Are you going to be anybody's human sock puppet?
No, I'm honored the president nominated me for the position, and I'll be an independent actor if confirmed as chairman of the Federal Reserve.
Warsh also refused to say that Trump lost the 2020 election, but he emphasized that he had made no promises to the president about cutting interest rates, something Trump has demanded. Brian Jacobson, chief economist at Annex Wealth Management, watched Tuesday's hearing.
I actually came away thinking that the old Kevin Warsh, which was very much known for being much more hawkish, that is focused on inflation, is the same as the new Kevin Warsh. I don't think he's really that inclined to cut rates all that aggressively.
Warsh did call for regime change at the U.S. Central Bank, including a new approach for controlling inflation and a communications overhaul that may discourage his colleagues from saying too much about the direction of monetary policy.
Too many Fed officials, past and present, opine in advance about where they think interest rates should be next meeting, next quarter, and next year. I think that's quite unhelpful.
Warsh would replace Jerome Powell, who has repeatedly clashed with Trump over monetary policy since Trump named him Fed chief in his first term in the White House. The Justice Department opened a criminal probe into Powell over what it says are cost overruns in a renovation of the Federal Reserve headquarters. That investigation was criticized as an attempt by the Trump administration to pressure and intimidate Powell. Republican Senator Thom Tillis has said he will block Warsh's nomination as long as the probe continues.
Senator Tillis is really the holdout vote, and he will determine whether or not the nomination goes through. And he wants an end to this investigation. Perhaps as a compromise, there could be a Senate hearing related to the investigation, and maybe they could do their own investigations.